Okay, they're not there yet. Okay, so I'm going to play a little clip here of the new version of the song "If the World Was Ending," and we've got this video. If you want to see it, man, it is cool to obviously hear, but you want to watch the video as well.
What if the world was ending? You'd come over, right? You come over and you'd stay the night. Would you love me for the hell of it? All the fears would be irrelevant. If the world was ending, you come over, right? The sky be falling and I hold you tight. There wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right?
So all the proceeds for that go to Doctors Without Borders,
Yeah.
and it just was released yesterday, and we're getting ready to do an Instagram Live here with JP Saxe and Julia Michaels. And yeah, that song, I mean, initially with the two gave me chills.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see it with everybody, and they're all doing it from home. So you've got Keith Urban, her, Sam Smith, who, again, he gives me chills hearing him. Phineas, who Billy Idol.
So talented.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's just really, really cool, to see it and hear it. And again, this is benefiting Doctors Without Borders, and it looks like we have them on the line here, actually Instagram Live. So this is the first time we're ever doing this on the show as far as doing an Instagram Live with you guys on the air. So do we have, hey, JP and Julia?
Good, how are you?
We're here.
We're doing great. Oh, man. So we're getting ready. We're going to punch it up so we can see you guys here in the studio. And then if you're watching on 97.1 ZHTR Instagram, you can actually watch these two. So how you guys doing?
We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right?
You
We just played.
This was your first IG Live?
Well, this is our first time doing it on the show.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, while we're on the air, because we're on the air live. So you can, if you can't tune in to see it, and then people are just kind of listening to it.
Amazing.
Very cool.
Well, here's the deal. Our equipment is from 1998.
Yeah.
So I know we look like we're really cool and everything, but our equipment is struggling.
We have a Commodore 64 computer in here. So I don't even know if you know what that is.
You
You're probably
probably
too
don't.
young for that.
Yeah.
It's something from like 1986.
Where are you guys quarantined at? Where are you at together?
We're in LA. We're at my house in LA.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then when did you move to LA? Because I know you're a Midwestern girl, and then you moved to the West Coast, right?
Yeah, well, I've actually been here most of my life. I moved here when I was around 6, but my mom moved back to Iowa when I was 16, so I've been back and forth ever since.
That's awesome.
So I got to tell you guys, so the first time that we heard this song, which was not too long ago, If the World Was Ending, we started playing it here at 97.1 ZHT, and I was like, oh my gosh, the song gave me chills because, I mean, it really hits home, but we just had an earthquake here, March 18th. We had a 5.7 earthquake while we were doing the show, while we were on the air.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
It is a trip. So hearing that song and then kind of, so JP, when you wrote the song, you were in your car then when you had these earthquakes out in LA last year?
Well, that was just the original idea. The If the World Was Ending, You'd Come Over Right line. And then I brought that line into my session with Julia, which was the day we met, which was a couple weeks after the earthquakes in LA, July. And we were just talking about where we were, what we were thinking, how we might go about our decision-making differently in some sort of catastrophic situation. And the conversation led really just very organically into the song.
Was that the first time that, I mean, you've been out in LA for a bit, so I would think that wasn't your first time with earthquakes, or was it?
It was. So I actually, at that point, had never felt one.
Okay.
I somehow missed every earthquake. I'd either been sleeping or driving. You have a guess. I don't know if you dog.
Well,
the dog for those on the radio.
Oh, they have their dog. Oh, cutie.
What's the dog's name?
His name's Samson.
Oh, Samson.
Yes.
Is that a yellow? Oh my gosh, it looks like Brooke. Oh my gosh, I had a dog named Brooke, my late lab who passed away. Ah,
that's sweet.
So sweet.
How old is the pup?
He's 4. I have a German Shepherd also that's 3.
Cute.
And I had a shepherd too. I had Mickey and Brooke. Oh my gosh,
that's crazy.
It's making me. I'm getting like emotional. It's like I'm looking at Brooke. That's crazy. So yeah, when we were on the air, so I've been here in Salt Lake City. I'm originally from Detroit. I've lived in some other places before coming here to Utah. I moved here in October of '97, and we had some, like I remember there would be a couple little just itty bitty, like what was that? Was it a truck? And then it turned out to be a little earthquake. Had never felt anything like a 5.7. And to the point where we got underneath, so you're looking at us here where I'm sitting, we got underneath the desk, the console here, because it was, you know, we didn't know if the building was going to come down. We had no idea.
It's terrifying.
And then we've had since then, since March 18th, they said in the news last night, we've had like 1,500 aftershocks or something like that, or 1,300 plus aftershocks. Yeah, it's just crazy. You know, of course, most of them you don't feel.
We had one not too long ago, the other day actually. We had it was really short, but it was a big shake.
It was the first one I never felt.
Was it?
We were on the couch. Julia was like a little freaked out, and I thought it was super romantic. First earthquake together.
Like, are you crazy?
Earthquakes, and now we're in one.
Like, my whole house just shook.
Well, and that song applies that, you know, like obviously you talk about that line when you're in the car and the earthquake, you know, that sort of thing, and didn't feel it, but it's definitely applicable to what we're going through right now with this pandemic. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the time, the song was kind of inspired by imagining a hypothetical catastrophe that would, in how you might go about talking to people you don't usually talk to in that hypothetical catastrophe, and now it's not so hypothetical anymore.
Yeah.
And it's been wild to see how the song is resonating in this moment, and I think it's because it just speaks to putting love first. I think that's at the heart of the song.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, you know, it's close to people right now.
I agree.
So with everybody, and we were just talking about right before we got you guys on with the Instagram Live, and we're talking to JP Saxe and Julia Michaels, if you're just tuning in, watching us, or tuning into the show. Everybody that's involved in the new version with that video, all the different artists. Yeah. Like, so how did that come about? Did they reach out to you and say, we want to be a part of this, or maybe kind of caught wind that this was going to be a collaboration kind of thing? Or did you reach out to certain artists?
Well, it started because a lot of our friends were posting covers of our song, and we were like, we should just turn this into something for charity. Like, he's worked with Doctors Without Borders for a really long time, and we thought that would be a really incredible organization to team up with. And once we decided that that's what we were going to do, we just started reaching out to every single person we knew. He reached out to people, I reached out to people, our labels reached out to people, our publishers reached out to people. So it took us a good, you know, week and a half to get every video and tell everybody how it's going to be done. And then it took another, week and a half to edit, or 2 weeks to edit. So.
And then get it all approved.
Yeah.
But it was really amazing, and I think just so heartening for us to see how down everyone was. Like, so many of our friends were like, yeah, we'd love to help. Like, here's a video.
A lot of our friends too sent videos the same day we asked. They were just so eager to help.
Yeah. Because I think, you know, as artists, how we can contribute is not always the most simple. Like, we're always looking for ways that we can lend our voice to something that is more powerful. And, you know, what Doctors Without Borders is doing right now and has done for decades is show up for the most vulnerable and the most at-risk people all over the world.
Yeah.
So when we reached out to Doctors Without Borders, I have a really good friend who works with them, who's actually at the end of the video, Crystal, speaking about their projects. And they were excited about using this as a way to draw attention to their projects. It was such an easy yes for so many of our friends, because it's like, this is a cause that matters. This is simple for us to do, and we get to do it with people we love.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
And we raised almost $30,000 in 24 hours. So it's really exciting. We hope that just keeps continuing, and you know, like, every dollar helps, and you know, we're really, really proud of everything that we've gotten to do with this.
Yeah.
And you should be, because it's such a moving song. So when I saw Phineas on there, I know